Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
What is happening here? I can't come. What is going on with the chat? With the all right, little technical difficulties. Welcome to the show, Midday Money. Not yours. StreamYard acting up. StreamYard acting up. It's Wednesday, the 11th of October. Hope everybody's doing all right. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. Win free picks. Maybe on picks parlays. Perhaps Sean Higgs. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow on Twitter. Plays are posted on Twitter. Podcast listeners, you can listen live after the fact, whatever you want to do. If you're listening to podcast form, I appreciate it. And if you haven't, go find the Midday Money Show. Subscribe. I guess you subscribe. Honey, I don't even know how all those work on Spotify, Pandora, and that kind of stuff. You just download it. At the reviews, go in there and be like, Higgs is awesome. Anyway, so it's Wednesday. I got Bet Win Repeat with Lenny after this, and big video day. So obviously we're not going to be a long show, and we do have some afternoon baseball, a triple header of MLB. We got some college football. We have cold cash on the ice. And let's get to it. The banner, I threw in the picks in the chat that are over there. So let's put them up in the room here for everybody watching. I got to say, so I go through sometimes on the back end of YouTube, I'll just see how long people watch videos for. Because I do usually like about an hour, 45 minutes an hour. So the average views are basically between like 5 to 10 minutes, which makes sense. Right? I come in, go over to today's picks, yesterday's picks. So I guess I don't know the algorithm kind of stuff. Is that pretty good? I get a 5 to 10 minute view on a show. I think it's pretty good. I mean, yeah, we run the comments, and it's fun for that. But people stay for the comments because they're probably in the comments. They're not watching the whole show for them because honestly, you want to know what your pick is. You get your pick and leave. But I appreciate everybody who watches. I don't know, interesting stuff on the back end. Any hoot, let's start the recap of our action, and there was no NFL. There was college football, though. We dropped our college football. Of course, we had the loser in college football, and that's how you have. I mean, I'm having a little bit of a winning year in football, college so far, but I sort of, what did I say? Oh, like the little mid-10, I like Liberty. I go with Appalachian State, and they fumble on like the 5-yard line with 4 minutes to go. Not only not cover, but they lose outright. So 24-14 plus 840. Plus 840. Sam Houston State under 41.5. Not sure. Let's see if that one has moved since I did post this the other day, right? We post a little ahead of time. Sometimes the lines are in our favor. Sometimes they're not. So it was, is this a 41.5? It's up to 44. Did I even, well, maybe I wrote it down wrong. It is 44 right now. Now I got to go to, hold on a second. Maybe did I just write that? Did I write that wrong into the chat? Yes, I did. It should have been a 44 the whole time because it opened at 46. So on Monday it had to be a 44, actually a 44.5. That's a mess up on my part. Like, how is that? Well, this is how I do some mess ups. Where's my guy Tim when I need him? Tim, you're supposed to be here for Locktober and helping me out. You're supposed to be helping me out. Ah, lordy. Oh. And let me ask you something, folks, here. Everybody's in the chat. It was never 41.5. And then if I go back, now I have to see. I gotta go. I can't even go back to check. No, anyway, I messed up. It's 44.5. It was always 44.5. We put these out on Tuesday, Monday, 44.5, 44.5. What was it? 44 on Unibet. I don't use Unibet. Actually, a 45 on Caesars Will Hill. And the FanDuel's 44.5. DK 44.5. Ay, ay, ay. This is why I do make mistakes. I say I leave the numbers, but I can't leave that number because that was a totally wrong number to begin with. I'm sure I'll get some backlash for switching during the show. But there is no site that had it at 41 this week anywhere. I mean, Sunday there's 46 from FanDuel. Anyway, Sam Houston under. NFL 11-7 plus 340. Chiefs under to 47.5. I know that one was right. And again on this, if somebody's gonna come in and comment, I said I have I think the Seattle Seahawks, I believe, is up to a 46 when we did look at lines. And I had it at a 44. So that's not going to change. I just hate making mistakes. And people think you're some kind of a joker coming in making up crap. Or that was just a honest fat finger or my writing. I mean, you see the right. I mean, I could have messed up my print. I didn't read it. Whatever. I can't help myself. I feel bad because people think I'm a change in line guy now. Baseball. Over to Braves. 286 at 345 with our baseball. Minus 2667. And yesterday I had both faves in the Twins and Rangers on the site. So that was a split. Nothing here in the video, but we'll come back with Braves over here at a 9. Hockey winner, Tampa Bay. Puck line, never in doubt yesterday. Plus 163. I almost added the Winnipeg Jets today. Almost added the Jets. Let's real fast. The Rich Naylor lock it up parlay. Houston money line, O's money line, loser. We had hockey from Ray Reddington. Preds team total over. I think that's 2.5. That was a winner. Full game over 6.5. It was a winner. And the Penguins team total was a loser. So 2-1 from Ray with his hockey, and you would have been +1 in because you go 2-1, and the Pens were minus 125. Tim Merle had Tampa puck line, never in doubt. Seattle money line loser, and the Penguins. Sorry, Tim. I'm going to throw you under the bus for not being here to help me with my mess up. All right, today's action. Although I kind of briefly hit on it. Sam Houston State under the college football game tonight. Again, 44.5. I messed up. I was saying 41. It's wrong. I made a mistake. It was never 41. I can't just make a number like that. I can say it's 41, and then what? Am I going to give myself bonus odds on that? I made a mistake. And Braves baseball tonight. No hockey. Lean Winnipeg Jets. Chiefs are tomorrow. Now I'm totally flustered here. See, that's what happens. StreamYard screws me up early, coming in, and then I have the wrong number posted. And no one, how is it no one even sees that? No one, 300 people watching. No one says, hey, Higgs, is that right? 41.5, is that correct? I see 44. No one would fix that for me? Or this just goes to show that people watching free pick videos are worried about that day, and they can't bet tomorrow's game because they don't have any money because they're just worried about today's game. Crazy. Ray Reddington's in the house. 2-1 hockey. I say Pitt ruined the sweep. Oilers in regulation today. All right, so we like Edmonton, Ray. Edmonton regulation. Kings money line. All right. Who is the Oilers over Vancouver? Big, big fave on the road here, huh? And what was the other one? LA Kings against Colorado. Wow, basically a pick 'em there, huh? All right, I like it. Michael B's in the house. Welcome. Great night. Stros Rangers won on both at easy 3-1 in UFC Contender Series. That's like UFC minor leagues, I guess. Shul says, I'm going to the jar store. Going to the jar store. Michael B. Today I've not made any bets, but most likely going D-backs my line for the sweep. Sure. Phillies first 5 and Astros first 5. I did a Yordi total bases on one of my sites. It was I want to say it was like a plus 110 over. Oh, hold on a second. Let me log in. What do I got pending here? I have a Yordi Alvarez total bases over 1.5 plus 110. And I took Austin Riley over 1.5 bases plus 125. I'm hoping for, again, I could have, not that I'm saying they're hitting homers, but they're guys who could just crack a home run or a home run turns into a double because it's off the wall. So I could have these both done in the first inning tonight. Would be nice. That would be a nice one. All right. Locking in with the King is in the house. Penguins crushed me, says Mr. Hill. E's in the house. Filthy Phillies woke the Atlanta Bats. This is going to be an interesting. I want to. Part of me wants to take Atlanta today with Elder, right? Because Atlanta's. You don't want to give a team hope. Nola's been really good. Elder hasn't. I mean, over here, I think we're going to see runs. I think we're going to see runs here. Somebody's going to get shelled. As good as Nola is, he gives up runs sometimes. Give me the over. I do sort of lean Elder a little bit. Miz, Oriole bats silent the last 2 weeks. Eagles sweep, taking all 3 games over. The Orioles, and again, I'm sure T Money's gonna come in here and bash Tampa Bay and the Orioles. The fact that all the teams on buys are 1-10 this series, with the Braves literally hanging on by a thread. I mean, robbing a home run and doubling up a guy at first. What the heck? Don't tell. All right, you might not think Tampa Bay is good or the Orioles are good or Brewers are good. There are teams that have won all season. And then they just get swept right out of the playoffs. I mean, the Dodgers are going to get swept out of the playoffs. Not swept, but losing the first round again. And I know the argument is going to be like, well, 1-game playoffs stink. No, they don't. If you're any good, you would have won the division and be locked into a playoff spot. Go back to the 1-game playoff. I don't care that you're in a 1-game playoff. You should have won your games. Is this going to be like, well, we got to expand the playoffs more? No, we don't need more teams in the playoffs. Stop with that. If they were good, they would have won a division or been in second place on the heels of somebody good. But the fact that the O's are gone, the Brewers are gone, the Braves and the Dodgers are about to be eliminated almost. I mean, the Dodgers are on their way out the door and the Braves are hanging on by a thread. So every division leader's knocked out. The only one that's not knocked out are the Stros and the Twins, and one of them's going to get knocked out. They're knocking each other out. How do we have? It's it's ridiculous. You can't reseed the playoffs? Atlanta's got to play the Phillies instead of like the worst team in Arizona? Reynolds, Appalachian State to fumble. Brutal. That's my, I think, I think I'm, what am I in picks? Am I 43-37 on picks parlays college football? I mean, it's just one of those years. What am I going to do, man? little frustrating out of the gate for me. And again, let's be honest, it's 6 weeks now. And I plus a little bit of money in NFL and college football. It could be a little better. But I look at how the public is winning. When I say public, that's like the favorites just getting, you know, winning all the time. I actually feel good about my season because I'm more of a dog kind of guy. The mods in the house. Astros run line the over. D-backs run line. Aces to cover. All right, WNBA. Forget about that. Diamondbacks run line going for the big. Actually, they're not the fave. So you're thinking they're going to lose by a run. I don't know. I mean, Lance Lynn to me. If I'm taking Arizona, just take Arizona in the over. Worst case, you split. Best case, you hit both because the game's 8-5. Stroh's run line and over. Part of me wanted to do an under there, believe it or not. But then I look at the pitching. I'm like, man, why do I think we'll see runs? And how about the Twins? As I said all year, the human windmills. Bases loaded, one out. Strike out twice. I mean, just bad. They can't. They just go up there, swing, swing, swing. Michael B. Unfortunately, there was nothing on the waiver wire for Ron Mexico. We're sitting at number 12, so I didn't even put a claim in. I'm trying to get us in a better spot. All right, get us in a better spot. Oh, by losing? Come on, Mike. Miz, I had 42 this morning on New Mexico State game. What is it 42? Because I'm looking right now. All right, see now. Last night on FanDuel, this was actually, it was 44.5 on Monday, 44 on Tuesday. It's 44.5, 43.5. I must have just changed to 43.5 right now. It says that's a live update move there. Although Caesars has it right now at 12:30ish or 12:19, I should say, at a 44. DK is 42. So my DK has a different number here. I can't keep pulling up live screens. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe I was right. I don't know. My site in front of me at Will Hill live right now is 44. Everybody has 44. Mirage has 43.5. Everywhere else is a 44. Hope Arizona wins tonight. Great win if Arizona wins today. Now, I've been high on these cats all year, right? We said, hey, take them to win the West. Who knows? You get a pitcher. We could pull things out. Win total in our pockets. I still think that the lack of pitching will hurt. It's going to come back to bite them. And whether it's, I don't say they're going to fall apart here and the Dodgers win 3 in a row. But whoever you get next could run, could win 4-1. I love the bats. I've talked about those Arizona kids the last 2 years. Michael B. I want nothing to do with hockey. I'm basically waiting for the NBA. So many things I want to fade. Super teams. Wembanyama. Who's that? Sean Bradley Jr.? That guy's going to be terrible. Miz, different books, different totals. I'm here for Locktober. Yes, Locktober, baby. Love Locktober. Oh, Tim, what do we got here today? Carolina puck line, Montreal, Toronto over, Boston puck line, Winnipeg money line, Vancouver money line, and the Kings money line. Here's some more Kings love. And you like Winnipeg as well with me. All right, I might actually have to play that. I might have to do some Winnipeg and Kings money here. Joseph's in the house. He's a premium member. Thank you, Joseph, for supporting the channel. Good afternoon. Back to Real Puerto Rico for 9 days. Came back last Wednesday night. There you go. Must be nice. 9 days hanging out in the Caribbean. That's a nice October there, Joseph. Excellent. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, a little honeymoon action there. Jerry. Sean, UTEP will get me today to Wells Fargo. If you're liking the old UTEP two-step. I like UTEP myself here, +3. I do, Jerry. You want a money line that guy? Let's go. I'll take UTEP with you. Steven, morning, Sean. How's everything? See, it was fun. Actually, who am I kidding? It started out bad here. I came in, the StreamYard's acting up. I had a 41, although the line should have been a 44. I'm just confused here. I had to go back and watch the video. Did it move from 41 to a 44? Did I mess up? I see the 44s everywhere. I'm like, there's no, I don't know. I hate. I'm just. It's one of those days. I'm off my game today. I'm off my game. Tongue tied. Punch my Braves money line ticket for when today. Tongue tied. You like the Braves money line today? Jerry says. So what do you think about UTEP? I do. I think UTEP wins. Yes. Orioles are going to win AL East for the next 5 years. All right. Good to know that the Blue Jays, Rays, and Yankees are all in competition to win the AL East for the next 5 years. Tim's throwing out bold predictions. Team money. I won't bash them. I just don't fall in love with regular season. That's all. I still think the OZRT's team, but I don't jump on World Series. Well, don't jump on the World Series because they're out. My point to this is I don't know. How is it? You can't tell me that the Braves, Dodgers, Brewers, Orioles are all bad teams. You can't. You can't say that to me. 3 100-win teams getting swept out of the playoffs or losing one game and getting swept out. I mean, what come on. You can't say that, Team Money. You can't come in here and say that. Stros are the dog today. Sign me up. And the Diamondbacks. I like the Diamondbacks more than the Stros. Although the Stros do play a little better on the road than at home. The Stros have a losing home record, I think. King D, 209 college football. App State under, mid-10 money line. Never in doubt with mid-10. Money line Markel's on first half. New Mexico State against Sam Houston. Just give me the under. Give me the under. Hold on a second. You know what? I'm looking at this freaking Sam Houston line like a big dum-dum that I am. And I'm like, why do I have a 41.5 when it's a 44? And no, it is 41. I was right. I'm looking at the long games. All right, people. I am absolutely. Forget about disappointing myself. I can't blame anybody else. It's my own fault because I'm whatever. I'm looking at the Tennessee line or the UTEP line saying, how the heck did this go to 44? Did I write this number down wrong? And I had to Sam Houston. What is going on here? Can I get you guys and gals in the chat? I'm so disappointed right now. I'm looking at UTEP 44. Look at the line like this line was never 41. Why did I write 41.5 down? And it was Sam Houston. No one can help me here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Chat. This is what's going on in here. And J Rock's going to come in for some soccer. I'm not even reading off the soccer today, J Rock. That's where I'm at right now. Unbelievable. I'm mad at everybody. No money line Markel, no top of the day. George, welcome. Premium member, thank you. Atlanta first 5. I don't hate it. I kind of like elder team total over and over 9. I like the over 9, so I want runs from the Braves. Yes. J Rock, 20 games start to 20 minutes. Here we go with the soccer. I'm annoyed with the soccer, J Rock. I'm annoyed that you didn't pick up on the Sam Houston, even though I got the UTEP number there. Come on. What is happening here? Better spot on waivers. Don't get discouraged. It's early. Jefferson just went down and others will too. All we got to do is make the playoffs. You're holding firm on wanting to make the playoffs. Anything's possible, I guess, in the fantasy world. Braves game over. Yes, Mr. Hill. Yes. Tate the Great's in here. Top rope teaser. Here we go. Tate the Great. Tate the Great, though, he can't see that I just made a mistake. Nobody wants to help me. Thank you. Again, if you got to do something, you got to do it yourself, right? That's what they tell you. He's going Houston under. That's Sam Houston. FIU plus 3.5. And the over 39.5. Plus 254. Top rope teaser. Mr. Hill says Phillies plus 1.5 any over, plus a 1.5. Flipping things around with the fill. So you want to lay a little bit. You want to lay the number here. What's got to be a plus a? That's got to be a plus, probably a plus a 1/200 maybe. I mean they're a favorite, so it's got to be a big kind of number. I mean over I could get in with. Lock it up again. Going half unit on Senators. A little Ottawa on the ice here against Carolina Hurricanes. I sort of like the under there. I'm not fat, says Oilers Canucks over. And the Strohs run line. Here come all the Strohs line, all the Strohs love. Edmonton and Vancouver Canucks. See how it plays out. Mr. Hill, reverse out of that Diamondbacks game. So Diamondbacks to be a plus something money there. I get it. That one I don't hate because it's Lance Lynn. Why wouldn't you fade Lance Lynn? J-Rock says FIU for him. He likes New Mexico State. Stephen Bowman's in the house. Cash a 3-legger Strohs Vegas Tampa Bay plus 414. Came back from Vegas in a Packers Raiders game. Cash the under. Winner. Couldn't bet my pack to win. Lots of Packers fans. Terrible game by the Packers, Steve. Terrible game. Terrible game. Randy says, I know Jacksonville Indians a visual game, but Jacksonville will have 2 London games. The next week TV game Thursday. Made a flat spot. Randy, I said this on Look Ahead Lines. You should have grabbed the Colts at a plus 6.5, plus 5.5. I know it's come down to a, what is that now? Maybe a 5? It's a 4. It's a 4. I told you 4. You did. You did, Miz. I was looking at the wrong game. You just said 42. I'm like, you got 4. I was looking at the UTEP game instead of the Sam Houston game. Thank you, Miz. Thank you, Miz. Even though you want to trade Grayson Rodriguez for Giancarlo Stanton, I'll forgive you. But thank you for this year. You were with me. Battle of Texas in the LCS. D-backs, Phillies. Did anyone see that coming? I did not. The Texas one, I'm going to say I'm not against. I shouldn't say I didn't see it coming because I like Texas this year. And I like the D-backs this year. So I'm not shocked that they're in the playoffs. So I'm not going to say I didn't see it, but I didn't predict it. I said playoffs, yes, because I had them to win their divisions. Yes, there was a mistake, Tate the Great. We're talking about the UTEP game, and then I'm looking at my total on Sam Houston. I'm like, wait a second, did I write the wrong total down for this game here? And for 10 minutes, I'm trying to figure out when Sam Houston went from 41 to 44, and I'm like, this was 44 the whole time. It was actually a 40. And I'm looking at the UTEP line. I'm looking at all the live UTEP lines moving for the last couple of days instead of Sam Houston. And no one in the chat but the Miz made a effort to correct me. Gio's in the house. Good luck today. Hockey leans for you avoiding first week. No. I kind of like the Jets here. And then I see a couple other people on Winnipeg and the Kings. I kind of like Winnipeg and the Kings. I didn't put them in the chat, although I might just do a little something for myself on them. I'm going to actually look right now. I'm on one of my little offshoresy spots. Let's go to NHL action. Where's the hockey? Where's the hockey? Here we go. So I'm actually going to roll under even money 6 Hurricanes. I'm going to grab the Kings at a even money, and I'm going to take Winnipeg at a 115. I'm going to go light on these. I think I'm just going to throw $100 on. I mean, I don't love NHL. Hold on a second here. Because I just had my 150 auto loaded in here because I did those hit props or total bases I did. There we go. Yeah, I just threw $100 on them. I'm not a huge hockey guy, so it's not like I bet it like it's college hoops or football. But Markel says Bruins team total over 160 with the 3.5. Yeesh, I want to take 4.5 plus 145. I don't know. I mean, I guess Chicago got the win. They're going to be flat here. that what we're thinking? Is that what we're thinking there, Moneyline Markel? Bill says UTEP is trash. Did you bet Tampa Bay puck line? Yeah, yesterday we had Tampa Bay puck line. There it is, plus 163. Winner in the chat. I'm not fat. D-backs minus 1.5. Corbin Carroll over 1.5 bases plus 404. He's a plus 404, 1.5 bases. Get out of Dodge. Get out of here. No way. No way. Now I got to go back into my spot here. Plus 404. Where are player props? Here we go. Total bases. Oh, this is a parlay. Total bases in the Diamondbacks. I gotcha. That had to be a parlay. Like, wait a second. His Corbin Carroll's total bases is like 1.5. I was like, that's not right. I'm looking at his total base. I'm like, where do I see 404? I'm like, it's not 404. It's plus 105. All right, that was a parlay. I'm not fat. Miss says Houston back to the World Series. I mean, it's tough to write them off because they win. Do I love the team? No, I don't. Shout out, says Vegas Golden Knights 4-1 called it. You did? And I'll say I'm wrong because I was like, oh, they're hanging up jerseys or celebrating some nonsense. I'm not down for that. You were right. Just show I'm drinking red wine, eating smoked cheese, green olives, and Italian salami. I couldn't give a crap about UTEP at FIU. Here we go. You love UTEP. See you, Bowman. I like UTEP and Sam Houston money lines. Steven's going to come in with his money lines. I'm not going to say no. Stop, Gio. You're welcome. Stop, Gio. Georgia, just a game no one cares about. Sam Houston, relax, Iggy. Hope you win it after the end. No, it's the fact that like I'm looking at the line. I'm looking at the wrong. Again, I wasn't on my game. I came in. The music played. I couldn't. There was something wrong with StreamYard when I started, and then I'm looking at one game. I'm thinking it's the other game. I'm totally messed up. Like George, I don't want to come in and just give totally wrong lines. If somebody's like, "What is that about?" I mean, it's one thing. I'm looking at lines. We say, "Hey, do this here," and we put out games on a Wednesday for NFL Sunday, and the line changes. But like a 2-day NFL college football, I'm looking at. I'm like, it didn't change. What did I do? I thought I made a mistake, and no one corrected me on mistake. Like, hey, Higgs, you're wrong on that. That's why I was getting, a little excited about it. I just feel I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think be fatty today. Yes, man. I can't. The Dodgers are going to get swept. Unbelievable. Shout out says preseason NBA. Oh my goodness, no betting allowed. And the shout out king is coming in. Sixers money line and the Kings. Shout out. I'm writing it down. And this isn't just I'm not gonna like call you out tomorrow. And I just for myself, because if you're decent in preseason, I'm gonna maybe tell you myself. I'm not a NBA preseason. Steven says Dodgers covered a run line tonight plus 140. Steven saying, oh, no sweep. No sweep. Steven says the Dodgers are alive. Nathan says, is it UCLA? Can we trust P. Fatty? I'm going to say trust P. Fatty because I think the Dodgers, both pitchers can't even go an inning the last start. You're sending out Lance Lynn. As I said in game 2 with the Braves, I'm like, you know what? I got to like the Phillies here because I think the Braves are going to press. They were getting no hit until they caught a break. Betts has been struggling a little bit. Can I see the Dodgers getting down and then just checking out? They might be checked out right now. Yeah, I could trust P. Fatty. I'm not fat. I meant combined with the run line in a 2-legger. I figured it out. I'm not fat. Jess says maybe that is parlay odds. Yes, it was. I figured it out. Bad night last night, except making money off the Golden Knights. Well, you got a winner. You can't win them all. You mitigate the damage. We move on to the next day. Randy, I like money line Houston, Phillies, Dodgers, FIU, New Mexico State, and the Aces. Here we go, Randy. Again, I can't say don't take the Stros, the Phillies, or the Dodgers, right? You got three good teams. Two teams one looking to close out, one's looking to get ahead, and the other one's looking to stay alive. I don't hate it. I understand the thought process. He says Blackhawks versus the Bruins letdown spot after how they entered the season last year. Blackhawks look energized with Bedard. Everybody loves the Bedard. I see a lot of Bedard props on Twitter. Like, I take over shots on goal, Bedard. I mean, off a win, you don't think you fade them there off a big win? Shout out to see Diamondbacks sweeping. I can too. I think they sweep them. Braves in a race to 2, says Nathan. Seeing Bowman says preseason basketball. Oh God, I did take Real Madrid to beat Dallas last night for plus $4. Real Madrid. Shout out. I forgot about Miami Heat preseason. That's why I wrote them down because I know you had Miami yesterday. J-Rock. Austin Matthews, Toronto under 4.5 shots on goal. Connor Bedard over half a point minus 130. Bedard is the kid, huh? He's the young kid everybody loves. Freeman over 1.5 bases minus 120, says the Miz. He's going a little Freddie Freeman action. Now it's Freddie. Freddie. Oh. Let's see. Freddie Freeman. How's he in the playoffs here? What's he got going on? 1 for 6 with a couple walks. I mean, the problem is you got pitchers going, one inning, can't get out of second inning of work, you're in trouble. To Moose, Astros all day. Tommy coming in. Says the Twinkies are done. The yawn explains it all. No, you're out there a lot. Just take care. The yawn. I'm always going to yawn. But that, you're making a yawn. No, you're making a yawn. I was on the UTEP screen, and I'm looking at, saying, whatever, George, I can't. Oh, man. King D's got 2 premium hockey tonight. Looking to have a great season as I look to play more game. He's jumping into the ice, King D. King D, my brother's up in, he says about an hour out of Indianapolis. He's doing some work up there. Follow the King on Twitter. Super, how are you doing with the NFL this year? I've been super busy with work and missing some shows because of it. In the chat, in the video, we are 11-7 with our NFL plus 340. On the sites, we are P&P. What are we? 31-27. So not super. We're not hitting 60%, but we're not underwater. We got a little plus money working for us, but it could be better. I mentioned earlier, Steve, I said for as much as the phase, I've been crushing it. I'm happy where I'm at. We're up a little bit, and I'm up a little bit. I've lost with some good numbers. So I'm expecting bigger October, November. And normally, as great as seasons I've had in the past NFL, I mean, last year was a ridiculous season. And again, I've said before, I'm happy with a 55% NFL season. And people will be like, that's not good. What are you talking about? And like, obviously, people who never bet real sums of money for years, I mean, that's really good. So I've usually start out a little slow. And it has been a little slow. I mean, I'm not going to, last year was what? It was what it was last year. This year, we're hovering along. Where do we go? 8-5, 6-8, 7-2, 5-7. So, it's back and forth. 4-4. Atlanta as an underdog will come through, Kevin J. I kind of like the Braves here. And it's not just because I can't stay in Philadelphia. Randy says, Chargers as a dog and teaser. It's about to go 20-0. Chargers, see, when we're talking about this on Look Headlines on Sunday, Cowboys were getting their teeth kicked in. I almost want to come in on Dallas because they look so bad. They look so bad. That's where I want to kind of play on the team. And is the line still at 2 or has it come down? Please tell me it's come down. No, it's still hanging at 2. Still hanging at a 2 spot. What happened to the Miz's Orioles? Miz, he comes in. Miz is here. The O's lost. I mentioned this earlier, Steve. Between the O's, the Brewers, the Dodgers, the Braves, they are 1-10, I think. Right? O's got swept. That's 3. Brewers, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever they are. Some ridiculous record of these division winners or guys on buys. They haven't won a game. The Braves did win a game on a stolen. They stole a home run. They're being shut out. No hit. They steal a home run and double up a guy at first. They got this. I mean, that's just you can't tell me. All right, one team kind of gets picked off. You're gonna tell me 4 division winners go down. Come on, that's crazy. Whoever put the lock on the Orioles last night screwed them. Yeah, the lock on the O's. Oh man. O's were never swept all season. So there's no way they could lose last night. Tongue Guide says, Braves plus money, I take it. Braves do have some good bats, pitch history versus Nola. Yes. Yes, they do. George Wood, Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5. You want to do a team total? Sure. Even ahead. You want to if they're going to score runs, they'll take care of business. I totally get it. Team total, I think, would have been a play anyway for the Dodgers, even for the game. Shout out says underdog pick the Browns money line, Seahawks and the Colts. Colts, I'm with you on. Seattle as well. I'm not sold on Cincy. Plus, Seattle's off a bye week. Good spot for them. And the Browns. Everybody saw the utter destruction last week. And I think Cleveland basically said, "What do we? Who's starting? Not DRT. The other guy's starting for them this week, probably. No Watson. Emmanuel. What do you say? What do you think about the total on college football games tonight? I like the unders. Try not to get crazy about it, but give me the unders. I have the under right here for one of the games in the chat. Sam, Houston State, although that's the wrong number. I could have sworn I switched it, but I didn't. I don't know why it's not. What is happening here in my life? It says 41 there. Give me the under. I like both. This is my favorite of the two. Nate says 114 parlay straight hot as fish grease. Fish grease. Any college games are radar for this weekend? Thinking Notre Dame money line and Washington money line. I want to take the Irish. I said this a couple weeks ago, George, and I'm going to add today, probably a little this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, college football on the YouTube there for Winning Free Picks Premium. I want to take Notre Dame, but then poor performance Louisville, and that's a game I thought they'd get picked off, right? You get 2 back-to-back tough games. You're at Louisville. You have USC on deck. I do still like Notre Dame. Am I going to use it as a premium play? I do not know yet, but yes, Notre Dame. And the Washington Oregon game will be a premium pick, so that'll be on the YouTube channel. We'll throw that up there, but you'll get that one a little later. Moose is in house. Yesterday we talked about Ross' Jesse video, and you got Ross's pressure up. He said, "Let me talk," and you can ramble on. And he kept laughing. I just about peed myself. Yeah, Ross, Ross always says he has to rein me in all the time. I told him today we're doing a show. I think Anthony was like, pounded off the comments like, Higgs is up here. He won't hype himself to go sell. He's like a salaried employee. Doesn't say nothing. So I'm like, coming in Friday, because this is a recorded video. I said I didn't want the guy to edit it, set to edit it. I'm like, Friday live video, I'm going to be straight out of like 2 for the money. Hype man. I don't know. I might have an outfit on. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. Miz, told you the Orioles bats would be silent. You were right, Miz. I sort of agreed a little bit there. I was a little worried about the O's, but not just on the bats. I was worried about the pitching staff. Can they go out and get a pitcher? Are they going to put Nola in this thing? Go out and sign Aaron Nola. Stephen Bowman, week 6 NFL last year, I've noticed that dogs are in a good amount of games. Dogs are 36, 37, and 5 ATS on a year. Last year, there have been an average of 6.5 wins as dogs during week 6. See, that kind of thinks into my theory of why I kind of struggle early because the dogs start winning a little later on in the season. So I'll agree. I'll agree with you. Dogs. I'm always for the dogs. There it is. P Fatty to close it out. Yes. Get those P Fatty rookies. Get those Bowman Chromes ready. And Dave says Astros over the 8 and the Braves over the 8.5. Yes. Although the Stros one, I thought about the over. I'm like, you know what? If it's going to be cold up there, maybe an underplay. But I end up not using. I just used the Braves game here in the chat. Right? We got the Braves over here. Braves over 9. Avalanche on the ice. I don't like that Avalanche line. I'm on the other side of that. I got Bruins money line with Bedard over 2.5 goals. Bruins money line. Laying $3, Dave. What could possibly go wrong there? Wow. Brewers money line. Bruins. I'm calling them the Brewers. Boston Bruins minus $3. Watson not playing. That's a no go for me. But why the spread's 5.5? It's kind of. It was 3. That's why it's gone up. So it was 3, 3.5 to start. They bashed Dallas. Watson's questionable. It's gone up. How high should it be with no Watson? I still like the Browns with no Watson. More reason to like them. Hyde said a press conference worried about bats going off in playoffs. Well, they didn't go off. They went quiet for the Baltimore. Higgs sells himself like salesman on a salary, doesn't need a commish. Facts. I mean, see, that would be the difference because salary-wise, I mean, again, I say come in and again with YouTube, it's $4.99. I mean, I can't get 100 people to like a video. It's not like I have a million people buying it for $5 a month, or even I do it a $30 a weekend. People don't buy. That's not where I make my money. You know that. I mean, we make it, or we should say. I was gonna say we make it flipping baseball cards. We piss it away buying cards. That's what we do. David, Pavel Zoch to get a point minus 130. Hubendow over 1 point. Hope I pronounce him right, Dave, because I don't even know who the heck these guys are. Who do you even play for? I'm guessing this is NHL with a name like Pavel and Hubindo. Steven, what's your big doggy this week for NFL or college? College, I'll tell you, I took East Carolina at plus 10. It's up to 12, so I don't know if that's good or bad. That's a big dog I took, double-digit dog. Ricketts is in the house. Welcome. Steven Bowman says, how's an unbeaten Niners team only 6.5-point faves? Again, this line started at 3. The total was at 42. So that's why. I mean, they're only that because the quarterback's out. This line was Niners 3 and a 42. It was 41 on Sunday night. Look at lines. Here we go. I'll pull up the look at lines number. 3 and 41.5. That was Sunday night. Your starting quarterback goes out and you got a backup in there. The line's going to go up. A backup quarterback versus the Niners defense. Dodgers 19-1 World Series. That's a loser. I'm sorry, Michael. You're better off going to Michelino's with that bet. To Moose, you should definitely do that Friday. Come in and rant on the Raven like a Stu Finer. That'd be funny, right? Who knows? Maybe, I don't know if there'll be a wig involved. Maybe there'll be a suit jacket and maybe I'll bust out like a silver chain or something. I don't have any gold chains. My gold's in gold coins. I don't know. I'll do something silly. Put a pair of sunglasses on. Steven, Tampa Bay plus 3 versus Detroit is interesting. You know I'm a Bucks guy. I'm a Tampa guy. You know that, Steve. Bet against stupid Ravens team. Here we go. Nobody's loving the Ravens against the Titans. Where is that at here? That is a 4 and a 41. I mean, that's you know me. That's an under game for me there. Shout out to Sembe does have solid defense. Big question is, can they slow down the Lions offense? I think the defense can. The problem is, can their offense score a little bit? You know, I mean, you're staring at a total again. Totals. I think I'm like 65% on the season. It's a 44. I don't hate the under. Ricketts, 49ers money line on Sunday was absolute no-brainer, 145, but still. Yeah. I mean, Cowboys have no offense. They can't score versus a good team. Dave says, our Cowboys and our Yankees, me and you're the only two like ball teams. Yeah. It's a tough life, but I'm a fair fan of both squads. I critique my teams good. Derek Jeter being the most overrated slap hitter of all time. Yankees should have not signed Aaron Judge. The Cowboys, what's there to say about the Cowboys? Just one terrible head coach after another, ruining careers of guys. Ah, man. Steven, Steelers plus 210 cashed on Sunday. Big win there, Steve. Good win for you. I didn't like that at all. I should have been on the under. I don't know why I wasn't. I had Baltimore minus 110. So again, I have a good opening number to where it lands, and I lost. I had Rams plus 7. Goes to what? 3? Loser. Arizona plus 6. Goes down to 3 or 4. Loser. Tough loser with the good numbers. If you do that on Friday, you better put a button-up shirt and tie on. Sell it. Halloween is around the corner. Yeah, right. People will be like, what is this about? There's a lot of interesting lines in NFL this week. I don't know which ones. I mean, you say this. Which ones really kind of jump at you there, Steve? Although we can't really talk about it because I got to run because I got to go hang out with Detroit Lenny in a little bit. Any NFL props you like? I catch 3 anytime TD props Sunday. Gio, listen, if you got some props you want to put in the chat, please do. I don't jump into player props because I'm on sides. I'm on totals. I'm not looking for. I don't want to cheer for one guy to score and then no one else could score on the team because I took him as a dog or a favorite or over and under. That's why I really stay away from NFL props. Freeman 5 total bases today. Biz is going out saying Freddie Freeman's having himself a game. You know what I really hate? As I wrap up the show, when I see this nonsense, whether it's some college cat or an NFL dude, where it's like, so-and-so is him. Who's him? What is he? Stop with that crap. I'm tired of that nonsense. Did you pick Oregon-Washington? Oregon-Washington will be on the sites, and you'll have it on YouTube. Ricketts, Yankees-Cowboys question. How is that 1.7 working out for you? Stands are full and merch is sliding off the shelves. Yes. Not me. I'm not buying merch. I mean, my merch for the Cowboys is a Randy White mini helmet. That's where I am with Dallas. Randy White mini helmet. That's the kind of Cowboy fan I am. And the Yankee merch, I don't even own a Yankee hat. I go to more Astros games. And it's tough starting to cheer for the Astros, being the Houston Asterix garbage can cheaters that they are. So it's tough to do that. But I'll enjoy their minor league team to get bobbleheads. Stafford to throw a pick every week. There you go. Stats Padford. Vandy plus 32 if I'm playing it. Fade the public play. I don't hate Vandy in the big points here. I don't hate that at all, Steven. Tamu says, suppose the sharp money coming on under FIU football game. Again with this, I don't mind the under here. I like the under in both of the games, so I'm good. Gio says, copy that. Bring those player props in here, fella. All right, listen, I got to go see Lenny. So if you're on Sean Higgs or one of the free picks, jump on the poll question. Jump on the poll. I'm going to see what it is here. That sounds really. Here we go. I go to the YouTube live and it freezes. Listen, I'm out of here. Under Sam Houston State 41.5. Braves over tonight 9. And if you want cold cash on the ice, I'm leaning to the Jets and the Kings. Good luck, everybody.